just a plain working man, works as hard as he can, keeping the wolf at bay.
Hello, I'm Dr. Daniel Wiseman, and this is going to be a show about the very last events that are going on before the Department of Water and Power and the City Council come to terms on the rate increases that the department has been proposing. Now, these proposals have gone on for 10 months, and I'm going to address today what are, we hope, about the last part of the problem. And that is that last week, just a few days ago, as a matter of fact, on March 25th, the City Council had a long set of deliberations, about 1 hour's worth of deliberations of people from the neighborhood councils, from other civic institutions that wanted to comment to the City Council on their opinions of these rate increases. For the record, 66 of the 75 neighborhood councils that are part of the Department of Water and Power Neighborhood Council Memorandum of Understanding. That's an association of those neighborhood councils, 75 of them, with the Department of Water and Power. But 66 of those 75 neighborhood councils made formal resolutions in opposition to the rate increases because they wanted to see certain actions by the department before they could support those rate increases. Specifically, they wanted to see an industrial, economic, and administrative survey, a special evaluation that is supposed to go on every 5 years, but is a little behind schedule and should have been done already and hasn't been made available yet. All right. Now, after an hour's worth of discussion from these neighborhood council representatives, from other civic entities, both favorable and unfavorable, but I must tell you, most of them were not in favor of raising the rates. Then the City Council started talking to the general manager and his representatives of the Department of Water and Power, and all 15 of the City Council members had the opportunity to talk. Well, you might be surprised to know that while I gave everybody else an hour to talk, they talked for 2.5, almost 3 hours. And the end of it was, as you will see on this tape, if we can roll tape, or roll the little video clip that I have for you. This is the result of 4 hours worth of deliberations in City Council. You'll hear Ms. Perry.
Given that the court case is still pending on the water side, do we need to procedurally make a motion on that separate?
I believe those are on the motions. There's a couple that cover that. There is the 6B and 6C, which already essentially have those as separate questions. We also have Mr. Alarcon's 6F, which links those two together, but if we resolve them from B and C as possibly amended, it'll probably not need to be separated on that.
All right, and that'll give us an opportunity to go back to committee and hash that out and give us the time that we need.
Correct. Correct. Okay. So we first would have before us, Mr. Clerk, the continuation motion. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe that would be the first motion that was made by Mr. Parks and I believe seconded by Ms. Grohl.
Would you clarify exactly what the motion was?
We continue it till next Wednesday.
And by it, would you just define what the it is?
Pardon?
Would you just define it when you say continue it? You mean the whole matter?
The whole package.
Okay, got you. Okay, so it's not on the water side; it's on the entire package.
The entire package, because I think it'd be important for us to get some insight of these 6 or 7 motions, so that we're not dealing with them on the fly, and we could have the entire package in the report backs that were asked during the discussion.
Okay, so that would be till next Wednesday. Is that what you said? So that would be a week and a day till March 26th is what the proposal is before.
April 2nd.
I'm sorry, so that's this week, April 2nd, thank you. April 2nd. That was my April Fool's joke, I guess. April 2nd, colleagues, it would be continued until, and this is the entire matter before us, okay? Please open the roll on continuation. Close the roll and tabulate the vote.
11 ayes, 2 noes.
So the entire matter is continued.
Well, as you see, they couldn't make a decision. That's all that discussion you saw in those last couple minutes. was because the issues were complex. There are two sets of ordinances. There is a water ordinance that will raise all of our rates for water in all of our homes and businesses and industries in the city of Los Angeles. And there is an ordinance for power, electrical power, for all of our homes, businesses, and industry. They were far more complex than they wanted to take up or vote for. And so what they decided to do was to wait and take all of this next Wednesday. Well, you may not see this between now and next Wednesday. I hope you will, because it's going to be archived and made available. What's really going on here now is that the city will consider 9 amendments. And I went before City Council today to tell them that those 9 amendments were thrown into this whole big soup bowl of ordinances at the last minute. But this program is going to go over those 9 amendments. You heard Mr. Garcetti talking about items 6A and 6B and 6C. Well, if you add up your ABCs, 9 ABCs go up to, from A to I. And these amendments are here. 5 of them allow the City Council to accept the water and power rate increases. That means to increase your water and power bills starting with either May of this year, only 2 months away, or June or July of this year. And whether that schedule will be done, whether it will be modified, whether there won't be any water bills remains to be seen. Water increases remains to be seen, and these various motions are going to determine that.